most of us, for your birth, so pump your fist, and come and get a bump. Witness again, don't even own his own soul, playing the other role just to be down with the foe. I can't understand a coward giving up power when you're living in the last hour. Now the dark Jesus is coming back. Schedule is tight, I gotta keep my stuff intact. Slack is whack, it's time out for the hack. Stripping up your back.
Alright, that song was Tourniquet, Spineless. One of the very first Christian rap metal songs combined for its time and day. And I will start off with saying this. I signed the boycott Target pledge that's going around. Some like over 555,000 people signed it. And I encourage you, if you're a listener, to sign it. Because you can't force people to do what they don't believe in. And this one is, a lot of stuff happened as of like the 24 hours, political and non-political. Been a really crazy day. And I'm loving it, you know. It's just made my day. I mean, first of all, shout out to Andrew McDivitt. I get to troll him all day. Because unless Tom Brady takes it up to the Supreme Court, and we all know that they don't deal NFL sub to the Supreme Court, he has to do this unless he pays really good money for lawyers. Which that's probably what Mr. Trump would advise him to do, get the best lawyers you can and try to beat it. I mean, I would. I mean, honestly, if it was me, I wouldn't be in the situation in the first place, so where I would have my record, you know, easily saying, aha, you know, gotcha. I mean, whether they cheated or not, that's not up to me to decide. That's on you guys. You're a listener. You got to make up your own mind. I like to incline there's a little bit of it proven scientific. You can have all these scientific things, you know. I mean, whether they didn't do it correctly or whatnot, it's a tricky subject. Like Donald Trump said, leave him alone. And for the record, that should be stated by the Fox and CNN should leave Donald Trump alone, which they're hassling on him on a lot of stuff, and the questioning and the badging. I mean, I get it, you have to ask certain questions, but it's the one thing to like sit there on TV, I'm listening, and it's like either we're listening to a different conference or a different Trump rally, they're saying something totally wacky. It's like, I have no idea where they're coming from. And Trump said this, he is a 9/11 truther. And he said that China, in 2011, joined on to the World Trade Center program, like right before it went down, and crashed our economy. He said that's interesting, because he knew it wasn't those Iraq but they're not totally innocent. You know, they've tried before and failed. So in retrospect, they have more of the guilt as well. But I can see the assumption that Bush made, you know. Do I agree or not? I don't know. I mean, had we not gone to war, they would have said a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, you're un-American, you're un-this, you're la la la. This and that. They would have made something up, you know. Their critics would have hounded him some more, so. And it's like Trump. He gets not hit on, but hit from every angle. You got two Republicans acting like Democrats and being very childish. Lying Ted. I mean, Ted's supposed to be this Christian, but here he is, you know, scheming with Kasich. You know, it's like, really? I mean, if you were trying to hide what Donald Trump said was true, you did a bad job. I mean, honestly. And then I heard Ted Cruz this morning, and I flipped on the TV, saying to his supporters who eat his filth up, I mean, like crazy, without even backtracking or like knowing that just the other day he was in Indiana at a rally that he flew in with a chopper. It was like, oh, Donald Trump in rallies up north. He's not in Indiana. He was, and so it's like more desperation out of Cruz, and I wish the media would hit Cruz and call him on it a lot more than what they do Trump, because it seems like Cruz and Kasich and even Hillary Clinton, I'll get onto her here shortly, they all three want to team up against him. Well, somebody has to be wrong. Whenever you're hit 24/7, you got to respond. If not, they're going to call you weak. They're going to call you not strong enough. They're going to still label you. You can't win. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, they act like we're supposed to believe the news people. Sometimes they're not even, I mean, they did a poll about this alliance that Ted Cruz, and I said no, obviously, I don't agree. And 73% of people said no. So that's a strong notion that this is a mistake by Cruz, because it makes what Trump's saying is validated, basically. And whether you like everything Trump says, you don't have to. I mean, there's some things I don't like 100%, but he's more right than wrong, and he's more trustworthy, and he's proven it. For me personally. Because within all the attacks, you have to be doing something right, or they wouldn't attack you as much as they do. They would leave you alone like they do Hillary. And all this talk on racism on Trump's part, they won't even acknowledge Hillary Clinton's racism with the Robert Boyd and the KKK endorsing Hillary, and it's proven. They think, I've heard people comment, oh, but he's an ex-Klanman, so is David Duke an ex-Klanman. But Fox, CNN, all made Trump disavow him, and he did. And that's why they went to Hillary, because they knew they could fly under the radar, because she has this, trial, which she even laughs about it. That's how messed up it is. And I wish they would go after that. And I wish they would tell the truth on some of these candidates other than bash Trump. Bash him 24/7. You gotta stand up for yourself. I mean, they may go after you going up, but they're going to go after you either way. It's like with the whole Megyn Kelly. She was going non-stop at him just for her ratings. And then she played the woman card. I mean, yeah, how'd that work out? You're off the air now, Megyn Kelly, so you even had to go to his place, Trump Towers, and apologize, so. And now you don't bash him anymore, so. Look who won. Trump. That makes him more credible. So, I mean, and on this whole Brady thing, which Trump did, it goes back to him again. He did defend him, which, I would go directly as high as I could. If somebody did that, but the NFL and the FBI don't generally, the Supreme Court, somehow they don't take NFL cases. By Constitution, they're supposed to, they're supposed to take any case, they're supposed to, but they have to get their own lawyers and judges, hire a bunch of 15. I mean, it is cricket in a way. And, but he's going to be suspended, and it just is so funny that, of course I'm cracking up, I'm trolling Andrew McDivitt all day, I'm loving it, I'm Patriots fans, their faces, they're like, oh my, we're not going to have our quarterback. I mean, this whole thing could have been avoided had he just taken it, but I can see why he fought it, But you lose, I mean, the NFL shield is destroyed. I mean, they're going to China. That should tell you something about their integrity. There is no integrity. If they're, against the North Carolina law and whatnot, and not giving a Super Bowl to Atlanta Falcons, which I'm no Falcons fans, or Carolina, I'm a Colts fan. Which is why I think this whole Tom Brady thing is one big funny thing. I mean, I'm loving it. And it's like, can somebody tell the truth? I mean, here, I mean, have we dumbed down to political correctness that we can't even tell the truth on some things? It's okay to tell the truth. Islamic terrorists is there. Sure, there's some Christian terrorists, but it's more individual. It's not a whole, we don't teach our Christian members to go out there and bomb some Planned Parenthood. We don't preach that, It's more individual. It is more individual. They get these wild twists the scripture around to fit their needs, and so people generalize. You hear these idiots all the time talking about Christian terrorists. There's no such thing as Christian terrorists. It's one individual, one person. But on Trump's Make America Great Again, I will say this. He wants the prosperity we had coming out of World War II, that era. Not all the baggage that went with it. No, just he wants to bring our money, our values, money-wise, what he's talking about there, up to the level that it was after World War II, after we beat Japan. We've outsourced all that money thanks to Vietnam, which I'm not 100% up to debate that. That's another show for another time whenever we get all the facts and the sources of it, that's another topic, So it's like everybody said it's all on race. The left use the race card all the time, but they never look at their own party for their own, and they always call us the idiots or the stupid, which the John Kasich thing, it is pretty stupid. Them teaming up because they want to finish second, maybe, and they're hoping for a contested, which basically would kill the Republican Party. And then they want to pass the blame off on Trump. No, idiots. It's your fault. Quit lying to yourselves and drop out of the race, It's like, it's like, I don't even know how to, I mean, partially I agree with Jim Cornette. I don't agree everything what he says. I mean, but he does hit the Muslims hard on it. He's not political correct on that, even though he is an atheist outright. I don't agree everything, but at least he's one of those atheists that don't just hit on Christianity. It's all religion. And, you know, it's fast. I watched this show on it, you know, and it's like, part of it agreed on the Muslim part, you know, and then you got some part of it wrong with the Planned Parenthood and stuff, because we don't send our guys out there to kill. You know, I mean, there'll be some idiots out there that think the Bible is talking to them to go shoot up something or form a group, a social club, or a cult. They get so high-minded in their head that it's crazy, you know, that it's about them, and it's not, you know. In our faith, we teach that we got to show Christ's love. I mean, God's the center of our heart. You know, Jesus. We put Jesus on our heart. You know, it's not us. The Muslims, they teach whatever. You know, it seems like more non-Muslims end up like the San Bernardino killers. They threw him a freaking baby shower, and they attacked him over a simple disagreement about their religion. Who does that? Who's a moron that does that on their own religion? And then apparently we're supposed to believe the crap that Obama and, oh, it's the guns, you know, fault. Oh, we have to be wary of Islamic phobia, or be very afraid of Islamic phobia, or fear-mongering, or whatever bullcrap, you know, that is spewed out on the news. And that's another thing on the LGBT. You know, a lot of people treat it like a church. I mean, they always hate when church people tell them what to do, how to live, and they always use that excuse. Oh, you can't tell me how to live or whatnot, but they'll listen to the LGBT on what to do, what to say, be political correct, and whatnot. It's really messed up if you think about it. And if you try talking to some of them on Facebook, they're so full of it. I mean, they actually believe half the stuff that they're typing. And if you disagree with them, they label you bigot. They label you. They love labeling, you know. If they can stick a label, which I'm sure I'll probably get heat from it, you know, from this, which is a controversial show, always has been, always will be. Whether you like this show or not, I mean, I try to have a fun show, you know, but occasionally we have to hit the hard topics. Because the news just isn't cutting the mustard right now. I mean, it just isn't. I mean, there's only a few news reporters that actually do try to, but still they're censored. They can't say what they want to say, really. Come out and, because it's all controlled. They want Hillary propped up on a pedestal, made look good, and everybody's seeing through it because of social media. We're all seeing through the smoke and mirrors of Crooked Paul and Trump's outing all of that. You know, he's outing all the crookedness in the GOP party. And they want to blame him, and some will eventually blame him. You know, they'll think, you know, he destroyed the party, but it's really been Ted Cruz and John Kasich for what they did just 24 hours, and they said they weren't going to do. They said they weren't going to team up to take out Donald Trump. They said, if you go back on the track, they have doubled down on a lot. And the news media, they always call Trump on doubling down. I always hear that term thrown around, you know. When are they going to start targeting? Because I guarantee you, if once the news media turns on Ted Cruz and John Kasich, they're both going to be out of the race. There won't be no second or third ballot like they're hoping and praying, you know. Now, you know, I mean, I'll gladly defend Christianity to the heartbeat. Because that Christian terrorist thing, atheists love to use that. They love to label any excuse on to not believe in Christianity, you know. To say, oh, they killed, they do. They have not killed in a long time. It's been ages, you know. They always go back to the Knights, you know, era. But we haven't done that. I mean, we're supposed to die for what we believe in, you know. So, if we do kill, it's either because our personal self goofed, or, you know, it's something else. But, that's been my show. I'll have more, but this week's been a cakewalk for me to hit on so much topics. I can go on for hours. It's crazy, and recently I've been cramping up and stuff, and it could be this weather, not used to it yet, and whatnot. So and again, I got this little thing on my nose. I'm gonna get it taken care of. You know, smile. But anyway, it's hilarious. You know, if you're a Patriots fan, I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry. One iota. You've had so many chances. So many chances. You know, they got their hand caught in the cookie jar one too many times. So it's all on them. Tom Brady probably can't buy his way out of it, though he'll try. It's just, you know, they love to use science on it. You know, oh, the ball was deflated. Don't know whether, you know. And whenever you have culprits, you know, with other stuff, baggage, you get blamed. I mean, honestly, what do you expect? So that's been the John Campbell Show. Another way, shout out to Andrew McDivitt. It must be tough being, what is he? What is he? 49ers fan. How is it? That must be awkward putting on that Colin Kaepernick. Ooh, I can see why you're going for Tom Brady, you know. You notice he hasn't shown that Kaepernick shirt up, you know. And last season was terrible for them, but I digress. So, that's my shot, you know. I've been trolling him all day. He knows I love it, so kudos. And have a great day.